Hello everyone, welcome back here to the channel. My name is Scott and I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy you're back, hopefully watching. Today I'd like to work a little bit on grammar. Might have said before on this channel that I don't want to do a lot of grammar. You get a lot of grammar from books. You probably had a lot of grammar in your school days as well, and you find grammar boring, but it is important. So every now and then I do want to do a little bit of grammar. And I want to continue with the grammar because I'm on the conditionals. Now, previously I recorded, and I'm sure it's up here now, on the first conditional. And just to recap that, if you study hard, you will pass the examination. And the first conditional idea that the chances of it happening are very high, highly likely. So what's the other idea then? If it's the first conditional, the chances are high, the chances are not high, or impossible, then there'll be the second conditional. So that's what I want to do here today in the second conditional. Also show a comparison on the first and second conditional. So let me give you a sentence right off the bat here. So if I had enough money, I would buy a new tablet. Okay, that's the second conditional. Now the situation here is that I don't have enough money, so therefore I cannot buy a new tablet. So notice the if clause, if I had enough money, we put that in the past tense, and the main clause, I would buy. So would plus the plain form of the verb, I would buy a new tablet. So if I had enough money, but I don't, I would buy a new tablet, but I can't. That's the second conditional. So the possibility of it happening are very low. I was ready to say high, but very low or impossible. Impossible situation would be a second conditional. Let me give you another example here as I quickly look over at the board. I would go to the party if I didn't have to work. I would go to the party if I didn't have to work. So again, chances of going to the party are very low or impossible because I have to work. But if I didn't have to work, I would love to go to the party. So I would go to the party if I didn't have to work. Let me give you a question now in the second conditional as well, because we don't want this to happen. It may happen, but we don't want to put it into a high probability. So what would you do if you left your bag on the train? What would you do if you left your bag on the train? It's a question form here, so if clause comes second. So what would you do in the plain form if you left in the past tense, if you left your bag on the train? Now the possibility it can happen, maybe for some people, it may be higher than other people, but we don't want to put that in the first conditional because we don't want that to happen. So what would you do if you left your bag on the train? Okay. Now we also often use the second conditional in giving a suggestion or advice. So notice the pattern here. If I were you, I would look for a new job. If I were you, I would look for a new job. I put myself in your shoes, and if I were you, I would look for a new job. That's the idea of giving advice or giving a suggestion here. Quite common pattern. It might be very good to remember that. If I were you, I wouldn't do that. If I were you, I would try to study every day. So if I were you pattern is very good for giving advice and giving a suggestion on something. Now, I think you're good with the second conditional. Just remember, the if clause goes in the past tense, and the main clause goes in would, could be could as well, and the plain form of the verb. The possibility of happening is very low or impossible. And that's the second conditional. Let me give you a comparison here on the first conditional and second conditional. So I will do it if I have time. Now I say that in the first conditional. It sounds like I'm going to have time. The possibility is quite high. I will do it if I have time. It sounds like I will do it. Possibility is high. And the second conditional, I would do it if I had time. In that case, the probability is low, and I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do that because I do not have the time, unfortunately. So notice the difference. I will do it if I have time. Possibilities high, higher, compared to, I would do it if I had time. The possibility and probability is low. And unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to do that. And that's the second conditional, everybody. I hope you have it well enough. If you have any questions on it at all or comparisons between the first and second, please do ask me below in the comments in the questions area, and liking it and also subscribing if you have not already. There's going to be one more conditional. There's also a zero conditional, but I'm going to scratch that one. But I want to go to the third conditional in the future. I'll explain more at that time. So until then, or until the next video, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Come back again. Until then, have a great day and best of luck and keep up the studies. Thanks for watching.